So I think there's a lot we can learn from CTOs about how you work with the rest of the business, how you look after your teams, how you make impact, and how you kind of drive your particular discipline forwards. So I think there's a lot that we can learn. At the same time, I think there's a lot that technologists can sort of benefit from design. I mean, I think one of the biggest talking points, interestingly, at the moment in the design space is the idea of design ops. And I don't know if design ops is something that is on your radar at the moment, but,
it is now.
As you can imagine, yeah, exactly. So 10 years ago, DevOps was really big. Like, how can we, as technologists, operationalize development? How can we scale it? How can we make it more efficient? How can we make sure that the tools and technologies are in place that we can deploy really quickly? And also, how can we make sure that the management skills are in place so we can hire, recruit, and deliver work of a better quality faster? As I've seen a lot of my friends grow their design teams from 5 people to 20 people to 50 people to 200 people, we're now hitting the same challenges that development hit 10 years ago. And so we've started using some of the language and some of the techniques of development and started applying it to design. So literally only in the last 18 months, this kind of new field of design ops has emerged. It's not a direct one-to-one correlation with DevOps, but I think by using the language of design ops, when you talk to senior executives and you say, okay, well, design ops is a little bit like DevOps, then they kind of get where you're coming from. But ultimately, you see a lot of companies like Airbnb, actually, they were one of the first people to kind of really champion DevOps. I think they were one of the first companies to actually have a a design ops team. And what they've been doing is like figuring out how can we, now we're operating design at scale, how can we get this design into the hands of our users as quickly as possible? And so they'll be creating design systems and design languages. They'll be creating technological bridges between, say, Sketch and their code repo, so that when you do something in a design sort of UI kind of environment, rather than just then saving the file and having to put it somewhere, it automatically gets submitted into your repo and maybe even kind of goes live. So lots of kind of tooling around how we can get the design assets to deployment faster. Also, a lot of design ops is focused around how can we operate more efficiently at scale? How can we put teams together? How can they work efficiently? How can we hire the right people? How can we get them working cross-disciplinary, cross-team? And so, yeah, we're slowly getting to a point where we're operationalizing design.